Welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Today we're going to talk about a tobacco blend that I got in bulk form, and it's called Peter Stokkebye Proper English. It's an English blend, and it's of course made by Peter Stokkebye. It contains Latakia, Orientals, Turkish, and Virginia. There's no flavoring. It's a ribbon cut, and you can purchase this in bulk form. There was about half a dozen different places that I found online that you can get this one at. And the price point on this one is about $2.85 an ounce. So, pretty good price point. All right, so let's talk about what we think about this one today, guys. Let's start with the tin note. Actually, let's start with condition. What did you feel like when you pulled it out of the jar there?
You know, looking at it, it's in the perfect state to be able to just be loaded up and smoked. You don't have to sit around and let it dry for an hour. You don't have to do that. You know, I had a bag for about a week, and I kind of smoked it once, then forgot about it until last night. No, it was Friday night, and I realized that I had to come down and shoot this one with them. So I tried it again. It got a little bit dry, so I kind of just added a little bit of water on a sponge and kind of let it rehydrate. But coming out of the tin where like it's supposed to be, it's a great condition and it's ready to smoke. I like it. It feels really, really good.
It was, to me, it was a little on the dry side, but it was not. It didn't affect the smokability of it. It was ready to go, is what I thought as well. Yeah, you guys agree with that?
Yeah. I feel like, you know, and I kind of get this with a lot of the ribbon cut tobaccos. They're at the bottom. When you start getting to the bottom of the bowl, you start getting those crumb smokes, those things like that. I would say one thing. Out of some of the other tobaccos, and I don't know if it's just because of the way the Latakia breaks up, but I've noticed that even when we did our episode, you know, where we had the Latakia mixture in just a raspberry flavored tobacco, that this one I would say did have a lot more of that crumble at the bottom throughout the whole jar than I would say at the beginning. It was a ribbon cut, but it had some finer cuts in there, really smaller, finer cuts, which burn well at the top of the bowl, but once it starts getting down to the bottom of the bowl, sometimes
You get a mouthful.
I get a mouthful of it. Yeah. Oh gosh. So, other than that, though, I think condition coming right out of the package, it was smokable. I didn't have to wait. I didn't have to time it. I didn't have to do anything.
All right. Well, what about tin note, guys? What'd you get out of the tin notes?
This has one of the most amazing tin notes that I've smelled out of all the tobaccos we've come so far. It just, I mean, the only thing I can liken it to is that raspberry Latakia mixture. It's got a great smell to it.
Well, without the raspberry, because there's absolutely no flavoring or casing in this one. This is a very typical smelling English blend.
I don't know if I'm weird, but it kind of smelled like barbecue sauce to me.
That's Latakia.
That's
it's
Latakia,
smoky.
yes.
Dude,
Well,
you've said it before.
I'm just saying, barbecue sauce.
No. I remember whenever I was really young, you got a tin of something that had Latakia in it, and I remember smelling it. I looked at you and I said, it smells like ketchup with barbecue sauce. And you went, good nose. And that's Latakia. So whenever I smell that, I immediately think back to that. And I'm like,
yeah, that's what I always do that too, that barbecue sauce. That's what I think it is.
Well, yeah, I get the smoky, woody smell from the Latakias. It's a little, almost musty, and you can smell a little bit of the Virginias, that slight hay, grassy smell, but mostly what I get is just the Orientals and the Latakias in there. A little bit of citrus in that smell, very faint hint of that, little bit of dark fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I like the smell. The tin note is one of the most pleasing smells out of most of the tobaccos.
Well, and it is the strength of this tobacco when you start smoking it. It's a medium for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what about the taste, guys? What are you getting as you smoke this?
That's where it kind of loses me a bit.
Really?
I like it. Don't get me wrong, but going from a high note on the tin note and the condition, and the ready to smoke atmosphere of the whole tobacco, I get a big enjoyment up to it. I light up that bowl. It just doesn't taste as much as I was putting into it.
I get you.
It doesn't taste bad.
No.
I will say that. It's a pleasant taste, but I get that smoky, woody taste, but I smell some of that Virginia in there too, and I smell some other stuff, and I don't taste it though.
Yeah. Well, I think it's stronger than smoking it than it smells.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're getting a lot more of the Orientals and a lot more of the Latakia when you smoke it rather than what you're smelling. To me, when I light it, the first hit that I get is that kind of soury, spicy Orientals that come through first.
Yeah.
That Latakia starts to come in after that.
It wasn't until like later in the bowl that I got the Latakias. I got a lot of the spiciness and a little bit of tongue bite on it, but as I said in previous videos, I draw pretty quick. So I got a lot of that up front, but later in the smoke, you get the Latakias and you actually taste what an English is supposed to taste like. To me, this just says it in the name, proper English. It's just an English blend, just a straightforward English.
Yep.
I think it smokes consistently too. I've smoked a couple of bowls of this, and from beginning to end, you're getting about the same flavors.
It's consistent.
Yeah, all the way through. So if you like it at the beginning, it's gonna last the whole smoke.
I want to hear Ian's point on it because
Ian doesn't do English.
Ian doesn't do Englishes.
I do aromatics. It was spicy.
It was spicy.
It was definitely spicy. It wasn't bad. It was just. I got the Latakias. I got a lot of the smokiness. Wasn't my favorite, but then again, I don't smoke very much of the straight tobacco blends.
Well, as you grow up, and
Back in my day,
become a more mature pipe smoker, I think, because I was probably smoking or aromatics at least for 10 years when I first started.
Yeah.
And I was not going to try anything else. I mean, I wanted that kind of vanilla. As a matter of fact, I created my own blend at a pipe store many, many, many years ago that was called Vanilla Dash, which was basically a black Cavendish vanilla flavored with a little bit of Virginia in it and stuff like that. But
I like that.
The first 2 years I smoked, all I smoked was vanilla. It was just a vanilla tobacco. That's all it was. I got it at the local pipe store.
I just did a lot of black Cavendishes whenever I first started off. Just any different.
We understand, Ian.
I like this one. It's a pretty consistent smoke, like I said, and to me it represents what an English blend is supposed to be like. Yeah, and for a bulk blend, that's pretty good. Now, this particular Stokkebye blend, they say that it's the strongest lat blend that they have.
Well,
but I don't get a lot of the Latakia. I get more Orientals than I do a Latakia on this one.
Huh. That's interesting. Like by percentage wise, like how much is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. By content, yeah. But to me, it smokes cool. It's smooth. A little bit of touch of spice in there, but for the most part, it's kind of earthy. Has a little tanginess, a little sourness. At one point, I also kind of even tasted a little bit of saltiness in there.
Yeah, that's what it is that I taste in there too. Just it's like not a bitter taste, but it's that I don't know. It's salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
It's kind of refreshing. I was wanting a little more sweetness and lemongrass flavor.
I think that's
from Virginia's. That's what I'm looking for. I smelt it. It's in the description.
That might have been what I was missing out of it too. You just get all this Oriental and the English blend out of it, and then the Latakia. And like you said, you smell the Virginia. You're like, oh, that's going to be a playful hint whenever you smoke this. Not as present as what you'd like, or what I would like. Maybe different, but what I like.
Well, what do you guys think about the room note? I mean, English blends are not famous for having just a wonderful room note for people that are non-pipe smokers. Right. I would consider it as being a tolerable for people that don't smoke. Like Mom, when she comes in, she's like, "Are you guys smoking something illegal?"
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what that would be, but that's what her comment was. As far as for me, I mean, when I walk into the room and somebody's been smoking this, I know exactly what they've been smoking.
Yeah.
You know, it's very recognizable as just a sturdy English blend.
That's what I would say this one room note wise leaves. I could identify immediately what this is that they're smoking. Okay, there's a lot of Kia, there's Orientals. There's some type of English going on in here.
Yeah.
Somebody is smoking an English blend.
Tolerable and recognizable.
Recognizable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
that's
the two best terms that I can think of.
Yeah, I could say it's tolerable room note.
Yeah, and continuing to smoke it, I'm already halfway through. It's still the same tobacco. It didn't change. There's no frills to this blend. It is just a standard English blend,
Yes,
and you know, I like it. I like it for that.
Yeah.
It delivers on what it's called. It's a proper English.
You know, I've also heard for Stokkebye, Peter Stokkebye, that the luxury English is also really good. So I might be trying that one as well. But if this is their strongest lat content blend, I would think that luxury English is probably going to be a little more mild.
Yeah, probably
And
a
maybe you might be
smoother-
getting more Virginias through that one.
Maybe.
Well, then they have to.
We might have to try
I mean,
that
they
one.
have
Yeah,
to.
it's on the bucket list now.
But to me, everything works together. It makes it a nice English.
Like I said, I didn't get any frills. It's just a straight ahead English. It is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what about the Nick hit on it? What'd you get?
Medium mild.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. You know, I didn't need a glass of water after I was done smoking a bowl. You know, it was pretty enjoyable for the Nick, honestly.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot.
It gave me what I needed. you know?
Yeah, I'm not detecting much nicotine at all. For me, it's a mild Nick hit.
Yeah, me too.
But you, Ian?
It's
That-
medium.
Medium?
Yeah, it's medium.
It doesn't get too harsh though. I mean, you know, some as you get closer to the end, and they start collecting moisture at the bottom of the bowl. Some tobaccos get to be a little more harsh. Not this one. This one kind of stays consistent all the way through. Like I said, I get more Orientals than I do Lats in this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, I was reading some of the online reviews on this one, and lots of positive things on this one. I went to tobaccoreviews.com, and I think it said it had like 52 or 53 reviews listed on this one, and almost every single one of them were positive reviews. As a matter of fact, many times through that, I read where people had compared this to Dunhill's 965, the old Dunhill brand.
Yeah.
Not the new stuff, but the old Dunhill 965. So, you know, it's full bodied, it's uncomplicated. I like it, it's smooth.
It's not harsh. It's not unpleasant. It's just not me.
Price is
Yeah.
price is
How much
price
does
is
it come out price wise?
$2.85 an ounce. Yeah, I mean,
That's
and
not
I
bad.
I got mine at Smoking Pipes. You know, there's other places that have it as well. So.
That's usually where we go to get our tobacco, those smoking pipes. That's a great online order. So.
Well, there's several. There's several that are very, very good. Cup of Joe's and Pipes and Cigars. And
Yeah,
there's,
Pipes and
there's
Cigars.
all sorts of really Four Noggins. There's a lot of good places that you can go to get this. All right. Well, so what's our final evaluation of this one?
You know, it's not going to be rotated into my daily smoke. It's
I don't think this is a daily, an
Nah.
everyday smoke.
Nah.
You know, some folks said that maybe their palate can take it a little more than others. I wouldn't smoke this every day. It's a little stronger than I want
Yeah.
for just all the time.
Yeah, this is a winter smoke for me.
Yeah.
This is something that I grab wintertime. I
Morning.
want to sit down and
cup of coffee and just kind of get cozy with it. You know, that's just me.
bowl of soup.
Bowl of soup. Bowling for soup.
So what did you give it?
I gave it a 3.
3.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
give it a 3 as well. That was my score as well. It's not outstanding. It's not bad. It's just not what I was first expecting it to be. So
Yeah.
my hopes at the beginning of it were a 4 because it smelled amazing. But after tasting it and letting it go, and its consistency keeps it right at about a 3. I'm gonna say it's a run-of-the-mill, great standard, consistent smoke.
What about you, Ian?
I gave it a 2, mainly because, like I said, I'm an aromatic person, and this one was kind of heavy. I wasn't prepared for it. It don't taste like barbecue sauce, even though it smells like it.
It's like
You might think it's like chewing on bark or something
Yeah.
like that.
It took me there. I've done that a few times.
You know, you should look at getting into some of those English aromatics.
That's an option.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like that first review we did.
Yeah,
the
that
aromatic English.
Sutliff we did. You might start with that and see if it, you know, it's kind of a introduction to Englishes.
Yeah. This would be the second step
What
after getting used to that.
Which
I
is
would say.
odd considering I didn't like it as much as I should have, because I enjoy a lot of Kias. A lot. But like y'all said, you didn't get too much hits in a lot of Kia, but I enjoy a lot of Kias.
Yeah, I'm getting more Orientals in this one than I am Lats. Well, I gave it a 3 also. I think it's right in the middle of the road, solid, smokable. You know, for a change of pace, I would smoke this. I'm not going to put it into my daily rotation, but for a change of pace, I could definitely see myself doing this one. Yeah. So,
Cool.
all right. Well, so with that averages out to actually a 2.75, but we're going to bump it up to a 3.
Yeah.
So that gives us 3 shots out of 5.
You're not gonna get one.
I'm up. 1, 2, 3.
Peter Stokkeby's Proper English. For you English smokers out there, this is going to be something you might like. You might give it a shot and see what you think. We'd like to hear your comments about it. But it's just a full-bodied English that represents an English blend well.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else?
Nope.
You want to talk to them about how to get a hold of us?
Go ahead, Ian.
Well, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. It is Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey on all those, or through my dad's Instagram.
And we've got contact information at the end of this video.
Yeah, and also in the description of the video below. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave us all your notes, your criticisms, or anything you guys want us to try in the future. We are all open-minded to trying new stuff.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. There's
Even that chocolate mousse.
yeah.
That
There's
was
that
good.
was YouTube.
I like
YouTube
that.
did that.
Did you ended up
I
liking that one?
actually like that one. It wasn't much nicotine, but I liked it. But
Yeah. And then the next week, me and Nathan were talking about it, and we kind of ha-ha-ha'd about it, but at the same time, like, we both looked at it and was like, wasn't too
We
bad,
gave it a
though,
try.
actually. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I
too
mean, we
bad.
gave it a try. Coming
pretty
out of
good.
the bag, it was chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Well, and next time we're going to do another tobacco that actually is in tin form. Probably the first one that we've done in a tin form, but
Yeah.
it's so interesting and so different from everything else that I've tried that I think it deserves us or warrants us talking about it to you guys,
Yeah.
and you guys going out and trying a tin of this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to tune in and watch what we
Next
say about
time.
it. Yep. All right. Well, if that's all we've got today, guys, thank you. Hey, we've got a full
Full
crowd.
house.
Yeah. I'm happy to have all my boys here today, and we are going to finish the day today by watching some football and drinking some beer. That's always good.
Go Cowboys.
Go Dolphins.
Yeah, go Dolphins. Maybe next year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many years have you been saying that?
Since Dan Marino.
Since I've been alive, there's been a problem.
But if that's all we've got for today, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We appreciate you all tuning in. Talk to you later.
See you guys.